From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. To the air right away is May. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's May. Another one caught by Collins. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. From the shotgun, May with it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's May. Got an open man, it's Devin Hester. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. To the air, May. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's May. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 33, here's second down and 8. They'll throw with May. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play?
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip and Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On second down, it's Hicks. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his man complete to Johnson.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. And open downfield, it's Johnson. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 47 yards. Play action now. It's Nix. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in second and long. You can catch your breath and the opportunity to get up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. The Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Jackson looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. To the sideline, he's got it. The official says, yes, the feet are in, and they convert on fourth down. Again, it's Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Devontae Turpin on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Open man, down the field, it is Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Now he takes off. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Nix. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Jackson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. In the end zone, here's Devontae Turpin. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd down. Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And he is just going to waltz his way in.
It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, Man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little drawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game. Any edge that you could create, but now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. He's finds Smith. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Lamar now from the gun. Taken in by Smith. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more.
Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Cowboys have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They'll throw on first. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Big game downfield. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running room.
Ran it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down throw for Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Cowboys take possession of the football. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Back-to-back carries here. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's all the way over. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Off the mark there, incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Going again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds a man right side. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Go, go, go!
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Jackson yet again. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third and long from here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Patrick Peterson. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. And he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling. It's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there in this defense.
And what a hit
we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. McNabb to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now McNabb. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's McNabb. That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Irving will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I'm saying, lots of people are going to be in hell because, I had to do it for my kids,
and
my
no
kids.
Run back here.
You know what I'm
That's going to be
saying?
a touchback. And
I don't know if that
bring it
relates,
out
but let's go to the next story.
30-yard
Listen.
line.
Jay-Z might be selling a part of Kanye's catalog to Kendrick Lamar, man. Apparently, it's being reported, right, that, this is wild. Whack 100 has stated that Jay-Z and Kendrick may be conspiring, right, to I guess, yeah. Okay, take a listen to what we're saying.
I believe also, the fact that he may have gotten wind that Jay-Z
is considering selling Kendrick part of his own catalog. Might have pissed him off.
Selling part of Jay-Z's own catalog to
No,
Kendrick?
part of Kanye. Jay-Z owns some of it.
He wants to sell some of that to
He's considering selling, and Kendrick was thinking of was
Kendrick's in the market for buying part of Kanye's catalog.
Yeah, his catalog, and I think he might have got wind of that.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, so, but I mean, that's not on Kendrick.
But do you think
You know what I'm saying? I mean, is that Kendrick's fault that somebody offering him?
No,
I don't think it's even like a
personal thing.
But I think now Kendrick just might take Jay-Z up on that deal, bro.
Yeah, that's a W.
That's fascinating. Who in Jay-Z's circle and Kendrick's circle came out and told Wack
Kendrick gonna buy that bitch and give it to
I'm
Kanye.
curious to know that one. Okay? I find that to be the most fascinating part. Anyway, listen, Boosie has decided to take a clap at Kanye West. Because, remember the whole situation with, take a listen to what Boosie has to say.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there.
I don't know, brother. He said, I said what I said. Now, I basically said he needs to stop tweeting because, you know, your sons, you got people, you know.
Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins with the football.
You know, so
as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
You're saying you've been sucking from 6 to 14. I mean, you motivating your kid to put it in his mouth, you know, so. That's all I was saying about it, you know, like.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Like, you know, your kids look up to everything you say, you know, like.
Charles
Dad
Haley
say that, you know, it's
charges
not
in
that
there
bad.
hard and
You know,
drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
That's all I was
Throwing on
saying.
2nd and long. Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julio Jones. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fighting through at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, McNabb. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 46 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7.
Interview with Stephen A. when he was speaking of it. And I was watching it very carefully, Killer. Stephen A.
Boswell
didn't stand with Shannon Sharp like he stood with Jay-Z.
Because we're talking about a friend of mine who is Jay-Z. And I'm saying for me, Stephen A. Smith, there is no way in hell I believe this about him.
When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like, I wasn't there.
Yo,
it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account.
I gotta keep it a static, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there with Jay-Z neither. He wasn't there with Jay-Z. You were not there with Jay-Z, but you went out on a limb because of the character of God.
Did you know there's still stimulus?
Jackson now. Gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. Rifles one, and that's gonna be intercepted. And the Bills are in great shape here.
So
as they
I'm
take
not saying
over
that you're wrong for that. I'm saying I would have thought that the same standard would be there, right? For a guy you work with.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return.
You see that? You see the intelligence. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mace. Thank you, Cameron. These people got paper. These people have paper, and they can change their situation, and they choose not to because they lack self-control and they lack intelligence. I swear it's intelligence. It's gotta be intelligence. Just because you can make money does not necessarily mean you are massively smart. Clearly you're not. Some of the dumbest people we see are like billionaires, bro. There are some people that you know right now that are billionaires, multi-billion. One of the richest people in the world. The richest man in the world. There's a lot of people that got a lot more sense than him. Real talk. He just happened to make a lot of money, but it don't take intelligence to make a lot make. It takes a lot of gall to make. You gotta have a lot of gall to make money, but not necessarily smarts. Please don't get it twisted. There are some supreme idiots that are making money, crazy money. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of money. You understand what I'm saying? Let me go to my next story because I'm getting mad just thinking about all the people that are wasting the opportunities that they have, man. Cardi B has this. Dag, I'm almost done. Dag, I just got started. Cardi B. I think she's madly in love, man, with a new man sinner. You know what I'm saying? Take a listen to her talking about her new man's how gorgeous she is. Take a listen real quick.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know when you got a gorgeous nigga fucking you and loving you from head to toe, it's like,
they go play
I
action.
really feel like for anybody to say you got a fine nigga. They love you from head to toe.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gorgeous nigga
Calvin
too.
Johnson. 25 yards for the touchdown.
Oh, my bad. I got sidetracked. Listen, I went to the comment section because that's where all hope goes to die. And I was just kind of just curious to see what the people were saying. And a lot of people were saying the same thing, the same types of things. One of the things I saw, folks are saying honeymoon phase. You know what the honeymoon phase is? Every relationship starts off with a bang. It starts off with that. You know what I mean? Like the turning the key and the ignition of the car starts, and that explosion that starts that ignition in the engine. Every relationship starts with that. Like there's always the honeymoon phase where you're madly in love with the person. You're really in like with the person. I don't even want to say love. I'm gonna say like with the person. You like what they do, everything they do, everything they say. It always starts off like that. But there is there's depth. Every relationship needs depth, and when the relationship does not have depth, you'll have you'll have all the intimate relations and stuff like that. But a lot of times it does not last unless there's deep depth in the relationship. So hopefully, the whole situation can work out where her and her mans, and then, is she still married? That's the other question. I don't know. If she's still married, then that's got to be squared away. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, some other folks are saying, like, as I went through the comments, I saw another comment from one person that said, they're all gorgeous when you first meet them, but time will tell. You know what I mean? Somebody else said that about Offset. I could have sworn she said that Offset was really good at math, and that was very attractive to her. Okay? Somebody else said, to be honest, they always start out loving you from head to toe until one day, and that's on both men and women. Yeah, see, it's like somebody else said, jumping ick to ick won't heal that broken heart. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can get filled. You can get, sexually pleased or satisfied or what have you, and just for that moment, but, like, it meets the need, but it doesn't ultimately meet the need. isn't ultimately
He'll get it up past
and
the 20 to about
I
the
guess
22.
what I really hate is the selfishness that rears its head. And as a result, the argument takes place. Right? When that argument takes place because both parties are being selfish simultaneously, or at least one person is being selfish and the other person is just giving in. And after a while, they're like, well, you know, you never do it like the way, like, well, you never do what I want or whatever. And then that argument breaks out, and then you start to see that side. And you realize, like, the gorgeousness does not. There's a lot of people that are attractive physically, but like emotionally, socially, they're ugly. You know what I mean? They're mean. They say mean things. There's a lot of, between men and women, I'm like, women are gorgeous, right? There's so many gorgeous women out there. They're incredible, man. And they're so soft, man, and their voices are so nice. You understand what I'm saying? Make you want to go crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But then they start saying some things that really hurt. And you're like, how can such a terrible thing come out of a beautiful face? And then they say something else. And then they say something else. And after a while, you're like, yo, this itch right here.
And that's
you know what I'm saying?
Into the
and as beautiful as she is, she don't look so hot. As handsome as he is, he don't look so hot. A lot of women are like,
as they get set to start the drive.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how many spare people out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I work with sped. I can identify sped. And when I be talking to people, I know when I'm dealing with sped. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this one got EBD. This one is emotional behavior disorder. Oh, this one right here. They got an academic disability. You know, oh, this one got oppositional defiant disorder. I'm telling you, man, they're out there. You be like, oh, this one autistic. That one is autistic. Okay? And then it'd be the ones that are like, oh, this one's severe. This is a severe situation. You'd be like, how they slip through the cracks? You know, there's a lot of people. I'm gonna keep it moving. I got one more story left. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that, like, when you talk to them, you like, yo, like, you really got a degree? You know, in the school that I work in, right, there's a lot of kids. I see them in the hallway, and I talk to them, and I'm like, yeah, okay, and I'll be like, yeah, I was seeing like he might could get D's, maybe F's, right? But then I see, like, when they go to the room, and it'd be like, oh, you in one of them kind of classes. And not just the small group classes that your kid is in. I'm talking about, like, them classes that are different.
And we welcome you
back understand what I'm saying, man?
Charles Davis, I'm
Brandon Gordon, getting set. Okay, my bad. I don't mean to open up any. I don't really want to. I'm just saying, like, sometimes, like you could get into a relationship with a person like that is what I'm telling you. There's a lot of beautiful people that are on some next that are different. You know what I'm saying? But they're humans at the end of the day. They're humans. You know what I mean?
No return forthcoming.
You getting all mad and stuff like that. Man, get your emotions in order. You sitting there getting all bent out of shape. Let me tell you something. Oh, let me go to my shout-outs real quick. Because somebody was in my shout-outs and they said something. I didn't like it.
This offense,
I didn't like it. I was like, yo. Like, you know what? Social media ain't for you. That's kind of what I said. I think social media ain't for your ass. Oh, here. All right. One person, Teron Ward, said, yo, this is one person, Teron Ward, said, Jesus didn't use the Bible. He was the Word of God, right? The King James Version was sliced and diced to fit his beliefs also. William Shakespeare helped write the King James Version. No, sir. Okay? Get your history right. Get your information right. All right? I don't understand where people get this information from. Shakespeare did not help write the King James Bible. God, where the hell you get this information from? You know what's the worst thing in the world? The fact that the people have the World Wide Web in the palm of their hand, and they still give me cockamamie information. Just Google it. Instead of Googling it, ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will actually filter out the bad information, because that's part of the problem. People just take the bad information off of Google and run with it. That came off of Reddit. William Shakespeare didn't help write the King James Bible. You understand what I'm saying? King James Bible is consistent with the Dead Sea Scrolls. Dead Sea Scrolls is way before the King James Bible. Okay? So come on now, get it together. If you don't know what the Dead Sea Scrolls is, please don't mention William Shakespeare and King James Bible in the same sentence. Right? It makes you sound ridiculous. Oh, I made some people mad right now, but that's just because they don't know. Jersey says, Slab is always coming for our mothers. Some of our mothers aren't here. I hope he reads this and understands it's out of pocket. Listen. I'm referencing a classic film. You know, the Asian that got shot to death. It menaced to society. He made that statement. I feel sorry for your mama. Before O-Dog lit him up. So I'm just saying what the Asian guy said. Okay? It's a joke. It's a joke. Now, I get you don't like the joke or whatever. Social media is not your thing. You need to go somewhere else. Okay? I hate to tell you, but if you can't take jokes, you probably shouldn't be on social media, because everyone on social media is a damned comedian. Louis Jonas said, yay, I'm poor, I don't smell, and still find a way to buy your Coven albums. Not gonna happen again. Thank you, Louis Jonas. I agree. Ye be talking real greasy, so I didn't even listen to his latest album, whatever the heck it's called, okay? I'm not going to give him the listen. Oh, by the way, you want a good song? What's the girl's name? I like her too, man. Woo, I like her, okay? Even though Def Jam tried to play her, but I like her. Let me tell you the girl's name. Listen to this song and tell me if you like it, okay? The song is called, I can't stop listening to this song. This song is so hard. The song is called, I'm going to tell you right now, man. Here We Go by Coco Jones. Coco Jones, here we go. Listen to the song. Let me know your thoughts, man. If you like that song or not, man. You know what I'm saying? That joint is tough, man. Shout out to Coco Jones, man.
First and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Dillon. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd and 2. Getting out to his left. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Trying to locate it. Oh no, he lost it. Oh, he lost it on the hit. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 6. The guy's there, and it's intercepted. Inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
And I believe you'll be good. It's been good. Right now, I'm having a time of my life at my age. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s. I'm in my mid-40s right now. And this very moment is incredible for me. You know what I'm saying? My life has been good, man. Praise be to God, man. My life has been good, man. God has been very good to me, man. If you trust God and follow his ways, man, and And I believe you'll be good, too. You know what I'm saying? Tai Chi said... Tai Chi, this is a long message, Tai Chi. We don't have to push your message to the other. She said, no, do my message now, sir. Okay, sorry, Tai Chi, She said, in response to your question... Wait, what's my time looking like? Tai Chi, I don't got the time, baby. I don't got the time, girl. She's like, I'm not your baby. Okay, my bad, Tai Chi. Okay? She said, celeb, so wait. Okay, let me not. Look, what you doing? I'm not. Are you zooming in on that damn pic? No! I'm not zooming in on her pic. Damn! Can I read the thing, please? Damn. She said, in response to your question about those working in the adult entertainment industry, you asked if he or she would be believed if violated, and what's the probability that he or she would be believed. I do not believe that this person would be believed by most people. I agree. And the probability will be 0% again by most people. Damn, 0? She said this is what most people would believe, that this person deserved such treatment. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm afraid she might. I agree that that's what most people would say. She said, sadly, this is why Shannon Sharp felt that he could issue a public statement about this lawsuit. He felt like most, she wouldn't be believed, and that in all probability, no one would believe her. First, I do not believe this is right at all. No means no. Those in the adult entertainment industry need advocates because of such salacious behaviors. Second, I think along with advocacy, there needs to be more stricter laws regarding their rights as well. More stricter laws for adult entertainment industry, like people in the adult. I don't know why should they have more stricter laws? I don't think they should have more. I disagree with that, right? They're still humans. Yes, they are still humans. I don't think the laws should be stricter. They are humans, and they know the risk that they're taking when they jump into this field.
Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's going to throw this one. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Prater on to send it away. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Hits his running back. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down throw for Jackson. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
You know, I know it doesn't show up as a whole lot of return yards on the stat sheet, but that's big time. Every single yard is a bonus, setting your offense up for success and most importantly, taking the ball away and getting off the field defensively.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Running up the middle, Dillon. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Falcons looking at 2nd and 1. Going right back to Dillon. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Y'all subscribe, like, share the video. He was with him. Hey, man, I've been seeing a lot of up-and-coming artists, a lot of independent artists that signing deals and all that stuff. Y'all coming in the game with the rap starter kid. Y'all got the jury. Y'all got the bodies. Y'all got the cars. Y'all got the women. Y'all got the respect. Y'all got the clout. But y'all lacking that artist development. You understand? Like, I don't really see no artist really building with a producer and really creating y'all own sound. Like back in the day, I always seen them. I seen it with Cash Money, Manny Fresh. That's Cash Money sound, Manny Fresh. I seen it with No Limit, KLC Beat by the Pound. You seen it with NWA and Snoop Dogg all in with Dr. Dre. Eminem, Dr. Dre. We seen it with Gucci Mane. With Zaytoven. We seen it with Young Cheesy, Shawty Red. We seen it with Waka Flocka, Southside, 808 Mafia. Like we just seen it, and then now it seemed like Waka was the last artist around that time. When Future came out, he was going back and forth with Zaytoven and Willa Fool. But Willa Fool is Future really sound. That's his real sound. Like Willa Fool. It's not Metro Boomin. It's not Weezy on the track. All that. It ain't none of them. It's Willa Fool. So everybody has their own sound. When you know, you hear this drop, you hear this, whatever they step in, you know it's them. So they couldn't sound like the next artist.
Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25
People don't sound like
on the
you.
return.
And not only do you know, turn your producer up, Gucci turns Zaytoven up.
With the 1st and 10.
After Gucci, y'all on all them Zaytoven beats, now everybody wants a Zaytoven.
Doesn't deter them. They're going right
after NWA, Snoop Dogg, everybody wants a Dr. Dre beat. Yeah, like, everybody wants a Shawty Red beat. Everybody want that 808 Southside Mafia. Yeah, they want that sound. That's Waka Flocka sound, that 808. They want that sound now. Lex Luger and all this stuff. They want that Mike Will Maiden sound. They want that Metro Boomin sound.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry?
Back when Timberland, with Missy Elliott, Timberland.
That sets up the play.
Yeah, him.
But when you really
DMX with Swiss Beats. They want that sweet. Jay-Z wanted that Swiss Beats sound. At one point, everybody wanted, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of us those dudes, they wanted to hear that sound.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's
right, so not only do you create your sound and you build these producers up, everybody will want their sound, but you also save problems when it comes to drop.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
You can't drop it. Because on your album, on your hit records, or your singles that you're trying to release and put all this marketing dollars behind, you got an EP or an album with 12 tracks on it, but you got 20 producers on it, 15 producers on it. And now you can't put this song out, and it's a hit record, but the producer don't like the percentage that he gets. You're not a good negotiator. That's what you lack at. You don't lack at staying alive, having 30, 40 dudes behind you, catching hats, selling drugs and rapping, getting fresh, cars. You don't lack in them areas, but you lack negotiation. You can't do that good at all. Knowing that you got somebody on your team that can negotiate for you. So, this producer over here, he mad because he don't like the percentage that he gets or the profit shares if you ain't negotiated right. Or you could have negotiated some of your...
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. No throw to begin this drive. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets him. Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. 2 left to work with before halftime.
We've had enough time in the years to understand that explosive play offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively in a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
He put everything he had into this one. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing from near his own goal line. This one finds Kelsey. They strike for 23 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Dive in and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Football on that 47-yard line. First down. A final throw on a break. To his man Dylan. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Prater on to send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
It's another day, Dolphins. Another day in the office.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense, take those shots away.
And this one does not go far. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You can score on these guys.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On first down, Jackson chased out to his right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
It's completed right side. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game at 21. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set. First and 10. Carrying it out to start this drive. Dillon makes the catch. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Working quickly here. Second and 6 now. Flush down out to his left. Throwing deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Dillon, a first down carry. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Offense up to the line fast. It's Dillon here on second down. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. Rolling left, buying some time. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did. He simply has to get rid of it.
And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Prater on to send it away. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Man, Justin Jefferson. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down, here's Lamar. A crucial mistake late, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Falcons have it after the turnover at the 33-yard line. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him. It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate, but these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. You've got Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Win the early battle. Give a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Now head up, 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun now, 1st round. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his 1st look of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
On first down, they'll run. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Second and 8. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Going on third down, Stroud. Looking for one, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
They kick the running back in motion. Stroud from the pistol. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
Listen. I still think, I know it don't count, but when I was in prison, man.
There's a lot of opportunities left.
You ain't had a prison, did you, dog? Yeah, I did, man. She
back on script.
Did you still call me? You can call home one time, tell him, cuz, what you doing, man? How you doing, man? I did. Pull around there and see if it's this car up. Nigga, I ain't going to lock it up, man. Because listen, you do be police going get over there blazing you, man. That's over with. No, but dudes will police you from jail. Because like, you still be in the illusion. One thing I learned about us, we love to be fantasy man. We love the fantasy. All human beings, they love to be told. They love to be just thinking some dumb shit is happening that's really not. So I'm like, yeah, man, she always catch my phone. She ain't doing that. She go to work and just chill. I ain't think about when Baby Lay come when we locked down in the cell and at the count. Baby Lay put Baby Lay standing on top of the bed with his boots busted open.
So what about the scene on Menace to Society? What if a girl come visit you and she got the homies with her and you go around? What you supposed to do?
Man, every time I see that, man, I knew like as I got older in prison penitentiary bit, and dudes like, yeah, man, young boys be like, yeah, my homie ready to bring my girl. I said, what? Oh, he was fucking the seat belt off her all the way up here. Yeah. And the brakes off her.
Whole gas tank. Especially if you lock down.
You lock down. That's my. No, listen, I knew one boy, his best friend got his baby mom pregnant. The one, he was mad at I said, man, listen, what you gonna do, man? You gonna stop taking money over his caller, man?
What if you only got a year? Do you think you should tell her, hey, baby, look, it ain't but a year?
No, some chicks hold it down for a year. I don't know this year. Yeah, some that'll hold it down for a year. Nah, if you get a little 3 to 6, she does.
3 to 6, though, yeah, it's big one.
Listen, listen, sister, if he went down, would you wait for that? That's crazy, man. She'll wait. She said she'll wait.
She different, though.
She different.
I bet my life, everything she tell me be 100.
We talking about 10 to 20. Oh, she took a deep breath. Might not make it out with 20.
10 to 20? What they do sometimes when they come visit them, they say, don't come see me no more till you get out. Yeah. I get that, though, when you be watching people, especially if they doing like a real big. He said that.
that's when he got the relationship.
I said, don't.
He's in a relationship up there. I don't need nobody come see me. What?
I wasn't
He's in a relationship up there. He all in love up there. I don't need nobody come see me. When you say that, that's usually when they got a little something up there. I'm cool. I don't need no vision.
What if he's falling in love in jail and then he get out?
What? He was crying like a fucker with his silly wall.
He lied. No, that nigga lied though.
You ain't cried when your silly wall. You never cried when the silly left.
No, I was a little like my homeboy leaving. I wasn't like that though, man.
But keep it real. You never cried when the silly left.
No, never.
You would have silly
for 4 years. No, wild it is. That's a huge deal. I'd be like, man, stay up, man.
Stay up.
Right on.
But no, like for real, like if it's selling somebody you know real good and they leave it, that'd be weird. Cause you're used to them. You know what I'm saying? We men, we always stand on it. But we got a heart. You know what I'm saying? Inside you is a heart. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Wait, you got a
heart?
You got a heart.
You got a heart.
Man, I remember this broke up with me and she used to buy me shoes all the time. Man, I was crying like
about the shoes.
That's when I had to buy my own shoes. I was like, man, this is my thing.
Let me ask you a question. Was you ever home?
Home? But what is that?
That nigga that was homeless, but when the breaks over, she was place to live.
Hey, I love that. That's how I used to. Hey, man, I didn't pay rent until I was like 30-something years old. Why? I used to know. Hey, man, listen, I have never been an overachiever in the dating game. I know how to find people that's happy to be with me.
And how do you do
I'm just not proud of how they used to look. But I'm just saying, it's like I don't go after the little girls that I think got action elsewhere.
So you was going to check with some cheese.
Man, whatever. As long as I got a place to stay.
You were surviving before the TV show. You was a survivor.
Come on, man. I ain't never been there. I want who want me.
But how do you find that? How do people find that? What advice do you give to people these days time with social media?
Don't overachieve. Listen, everybody you want can be better than you. You gotta believe that. You gotta get who wants you. And you know who wants you because their attitude and everything shows that.
Yeah, the energy
it's just
is
some
crazy.
people really think that they, something special. Like it's 50-plus-year-old men out here dating 20.
Let's go.
They actually think because they might have paper or might be cut up or whatever, these girls want them. No, man, that girl don't want you. That's paper or something. That's why she with you. You know what I'm saying? It's always something to it. But when you with somebody that's on your level, you might be able to relax a little better. It's just we don't want what's on our level. We want the bomb paper. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we men. This is what we do.
But no, it go both ways. I think everybody chases something that they can.
Hey, man, I got some girls that know they can't do better than me, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. You can look at them and tell how happy.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first.
I bought this girl one of them, I think it was a 09 Chrysler 300. You should have saw her. She was so grateful.
What year was it that you bought it? What year was it?
No, a couple years ago. I bought a 09 300. What? Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, see, when I pulled up outside, I saw the turbo beams and the shit out there. Y'all too far away from reality, dog. You need a girl with you. And I put the little bow on it.
You get a detail.
I got a detail. Okay, that was cool. But that ain't stopping none. It don't stop. That's all ran.
How did she act? He said 2 years ago.
Right, the 09 300. The one, it still had
2023.
Still had the CD player in it.
Did you get us some CDs? You get us some CDs? You ain't get my Al Jarreau CD? Sade?
Look, actually, it was a young girl. So, you know what I'm saying? She was like, you ain't got a CD player. That's the only thing she complained about. But she was so happy. You had to take you all that 2 kids. They was riding around all night. Window down.
So that joint was 2 up in age.
I'm cold out there, dog.
How much? 300. How much? 3,500? Something like that. It wasn't 3,500. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
You get to play like that. Hook me up. I'm gonna throw you a promo or something.
No, dude had the wheels blacked out, so I just gave him that 300. I don't even know if that was real. I think he spray painted this year. I didn't credit my car. I ain't
Yeah. He said,
right.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy.
He said,
What?
oh, God. This
The
is
09 300.
Let me ask you a question, right?
What's up?
It's crazy.
When did your get button break?
Yeah, well, you just said,
Like, cause, like, you have no filter.
Now is Dixon.
You have like zero corporateness in you. Like,
well put. But see, I moved out there to L.A., and I was out there, making progress in the game when you get TV deals. When I first got to L.A., they was going crazy over me. But I realized after being in the game, I ain't gonna fit into this because there's a certain man element that I'm sure y'all know about. Your principals ain't gonna let you do certain things.
Let me ask you a question before you go further. I remember one time we got invited to a particular party. I went to sleep. Gil went. And after he came back, changed. So you talking about them type of parties?
All that. It ain't even just them type of parties. It's Sunset Boulevard. He went. Can you imagine working somewhere and your check goes to an agent and then the agent cuts you a check?
He had it when the check was coming right there because he came back. Only thing he said, no. Because I'm sleeping. Next morning, he wake me up. He had a bag. He had like this brown bag. I'm talking about like a grocery bag. It was full. It was like $350,000, right? Cash money. He said, man, you should have came to the party. I said, what happened? He said, as soon as you walk into a party, they put this black pillowcase on your head. It's a mask. And you just be in there. I said, what? What happened?
You ain't go to sleep, then.
I said, what address was it? He said, I don't know. I woke up. I was wet early in the morning behind the dumpster, and it was a bag of money. I was just wet. I said, I ain't go to that joint, man. Glad I ain't go to that joint.
I got on they got a bus that takes you up to some of the parties. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And Hollywood.
No, I don't know.
I found out. I got on a bus, but I always felt weird because, it's a little bus because you can't park up there. They rent out mansions. To park is $10,000 a park, even though people are paying it. That was blowing my mind.
So when you got inside the party,
I didn't go in.
Come on,
you got on the bus and they got you to the
got up to the bus, got up to the front door. My homeboy, he had the invitations and everything. But they was like, this would blow my mind when people know me. I said, I can't believe it. They was like, Corey, who you with? But I just couldn't go in for some reason. It was one of the weird parties. I heard about it. But I was like, man, I can't go in here for some reason.
Did you see anybody that you was like, he went in there?
It was just the vibe. It was that, you ever seen that part of that movie where they be having them little moist dudes doing disco and all like that? So when I saw a whole bunch of them, I was like, I don't know if this is my type of vibe, dog. And my homeboy, he was so mad. He was like, let's just go in and see what's happening. I was like, I ain't gonna do it. And them people that don't knew me, they was showing me love.
But after you went to that party, the opportunities fade away?
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by none other than DraftKings. The NBA 82 game grind is done, and now the real fun begins. The NBA playoffs are here, and it's time for all the high-stakes drama, clutch moments, and jaw-dropping plays. And I can't wait. If you're looking to make the playoffs even more exciting, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered as the official sports betting Ready to place your first bet? Download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Lock in your bets and let's make this playoff run unforgettable. Here's something for first timers, just special right now for you to try. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's $5.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada.
$5. And I'm a bless you. Soccer right to your pocket, 200 in bonus bets instantly when you use promo code Gilly. Don't forget to use promo code Gilly. Gillie. Promo code Gilly. DraftKings, we are the best.
Special teams could be a big
It's none other.
who gets out of here.
Forget the rest. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Put it on. Right. This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by KFC. The future of dunking is here. The Dunkin' Bucket is no ordinary release. It's the first of its kind, customized, flavored experience. KFC is introducing the first ever bucket built for dunking. It's an interactive, crave-worthy food experience designed for the ultimate dipping, dunking, sharing, and devouring. Now with the new Dunk It Bucket, KFC is inviting everyone to get in on all the delicious possibilities and dunk in their way. Because dunking isn't just for basketball legends anymore. It's for everyone. KFC Dunk It Challenge may be over, but you can still dunk, dip, and devour with KFC Dunk It Bucket. And if you haven't seen the KFC Dunk It Challenge, you can go check it out on YouTube. Or you could just join personally by taking one of these good old tenders right here and these fries and dunk it in one of these tasty sauces. KFC. Dunk it. Right.
Opportunities never faded away from me. So that's the miss. I don't fit in, and I know it. I'm just gonna burn bridges. I've been on sets, and I'm the oddball because it's like nobody ever has tried to make me do anything I ain't want to do.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? But I just know I'm the oddball. Like, this real talk. When you see guys and they try to hide their boyfriend because you in the room, then you start feeling like, oh, shit, they can't even keep it real. You know what I'm saying? It's odd. It's really like tried to do anything out of pocket to me. I just know. I'm like,
but let me ask you a question. Do you believe in Hollywood that some people really got natural talent and they make it through that? Because a lot of times in our culture where we come from, we don't think that nobody can make it to the next level unless they went to the black door.
The black door?
Yeah, the one he went through. The door he went through that night. But what I'm saying is
the black door. Nobody never even heard of it.
Like what I'm saying is
black door is pink inside.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying
some
is
people the pink be on the outside too.
That whatever. Pink door, blue door, green door. I mean, you know how they got the red pill, blue pill.
You locked up with all kind of people.
So on and so on. What I'm saying though is
back door, front door,
do you really believe? Because some people feel as though that's not inside of the entertainment game. They think the only way you go to the next level of success if you do some crazy.
Can you hold the line when chaos erupts?
I don't think you can get discovered and you can get some results, but when you really moving up in the game, you got to play ball. And that's just real talk. And I believe anybody who has really had some real success in Hollywood, I believe there's going to be a time where people admit what they had to do. I really believe it because it ain't nothing to be embarrassed about no more because most of this stuff is on video now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should tell it for the video. Tell it. All this stuff, man, this whole world is under surveillance now. You know what I'm saying? So, like a lot of guys, and I'm talking about guys I used to play ball with. These are not no voice-looking guys.
When you say play ball, what
basketball?
Probably cooked it.
You ain't had no game. Come on, stop throwing it
dog,
around.
you too
Because you throwing that around like you was playing in.
No.
Like
my nickname was the Dunk Creator.
Dunk Creator. Yeah, but listen, that's all he could do.
Talking about from '82, man. That shit don't count, man.
That's all right.
That was '82 though. Like
you used to hoop?
What? I played for Penn State. I was like 5th in the country.
Really?
Man, you better ask about me, man.
Nigga paid for the state pen, man.
Fuck, you better ask about me, man.
What year you play at Penn State?
Listen,
man, 20 years in jail, Who you play with?
Listen, man, I played back in the day. You know who used to go head up? This
Oh, you ain't talking about Penn State. You went to Penn State. I did a show up there, too.
No, he went to the state pen, man. You talking about? Nigga locked up at 17, man.
But stop throwing your
game
around,
man. 37.
Really?
Yes.
Stop throwing your game around like you.
Back in the day, his name wasn't Dunk, but he was one of that he couldn't shoot, couldn't dribble. He just could jump high.
That's it.
Right. That's it. Well, in high school, I ain't gonna admit I was just all hops, but when I went to college.
What college you went to?
I went to a JUCO.
See, he went to neighborhood college. They call them neighborhood college.
Yeah.
The joint that be like 2 blocks long.
Yeah. I ain't had no discipline with getting work done.
Oh, so you just want to ball like a ball.
We go to school, we play spades, we signify in the lunchroom. Next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock. 12 time to go home. This college too, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
We hang out all day until we hoop, and then after a while you can't play on the team no more because the grades came out.
Was you good enough to make it to the league?
Nah, I don't think I was good enough to make it to the league. I ain't had enough discipline.
He don't believe that he wasn't good. I tell him, I said, nigga,
I could come off the bench right now.
Did you ever play college ball?
Yeah.
Where?
Cabrini.
You never heard of this college, right? You never heard of this joint. Stop that.
That's a beauty school, ain't it?
Yes, that's Cabrini. It was a beauty. It was because he went to go do hair. He was doing
do reps first.
He was doing purpose. He was doing purpose. It was a beauty school.
Play point guard.
Yeah.
Sit on the bench and point at all the guards. Oh, right there,
There you go. He was the point guard. He was the head of the team cheer.
Fuck out of here.
Give me a G. Hey, give me a...
Coach don't like me.
All the tough shit.
I played everywhere I went. I was never one of them. The coach ain't like me. Coach loved me. I always got starter everywhere.
I hear you.
Yeah, you can see my game. Back to back MVP, the big three.
Yes, he is. He's he got water on his ankles.
Are you over 40?
48.
That nigga,
listen,
yeah, no, you ain't
listen.
open no more.
I'm playing Jeff Teague on Monday. This
Really?
Monday,
Yup,
one-on-one. He coming here. We playing one-on-one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook the out of Jeff.
He said, really? Look at him.
I thought he was playing at first, but I see
he still got some game left. He got some game left.
He ain't ready for Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague
Jeff
what?
Jeff Teague was to him. He's a bum.
Beautiful South
No,
Florida.
y'all talking about the same Jeff Teague I'm talking
Go
about?
get lunch for the players.
This is my dude used to start for Atlanta, right?
Yeah, he's go get lunch for the players.
Straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
in the club.
Think about what the great coaches of the
Well,
past
that's the whole NBA. Whole NBA.
Can
Everybody.
you rush theirs and
I'm
protect
just trying to put
yours?
some smut on
Well, in
his
this
name.
case,
Oh,
both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the basketball.
Jeff Teague was Roto at one time, man.
At one time, that nigga's a bum now.
He bum now, Jeff. I ain't said that, Jeff. I don't want no problem.
When did you become the comedy pro? Because you just don't give a...
And able to take it past the 25.
I ain't know I was a bully, but I'm one of the OGs of the game now. I can't believe it. I used to feel like I was a little young boy last week.
See, listen, when I say comedy bully is a word that take wrong, but you can't take it wrong in comedy because it's all fun and jokes.
Anybody can roast you in comedy.
Anybody can roast you.
If you're a real comic.
And I call you a bully because you don't give a
played collegiately in this stadium.
A lot of
Clinton
out here
Portis.
got picked.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37th. Gain of 9.
Not on duty.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early.
But this is what I want to
Because
ask
they'll pay
you.
dividends as the game
What
progresses.
is your
Give this
issue?
up the middle to Portis. And he'll be brought
My
down
guy.
right at the
Which one?
45-yard line. That was a first down pickup of 8.
Look, I'm going to just try to be professional as I speak, man. He's a company man. I don't like the fact that brother has taken with pride a job where he gets to talk so much about black people on the air,
Forced out to his left.
but the dude who won the UFC, what's his name? Dana White?
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a
I
long
was like,
time.
oh my God, he said Dana White is his friend. I know he don't talk to Dana White all the time. You can't talk to Dana White all the time. Dana White fuck me slapped. Including his wife. He did it on TV. So when he said Dana White was his friend, I just really was like, oh my God, this dude is something wrong with him. I think he believes that he's fair, but he's the opposite of fair to me. I think he talk about black people too much on ESPN. He's the guy, the white people who are in charge, they don't have to say it. Get him to say it. That's why I think Stephen A. Smith. That's why I go at him. But it ain't like, when I see Stephen A. Smith, it's not like, it ain't like that. Yeah, it ain't nothing like that. Like I said, I saw him in Chicago one day. It was weird. I used to be a big fan of Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, when I go to Shaq All-Star, he was sitting in his audience right next to Shaq. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the first people who spoke to me after I got on stage, and I had like a real strong set and everything. So one time it was cool, but it's just when I watch what he does on ESPN, I just feel like he's their boy. He's ESPN's boy. That's how I feel.
I mean, they gave him like
punching it in from a yard away.
A bag.
And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Yeah, you know.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
People all over the world. And sometimes I wish we might all do some stuff.
Okay, and you're sure it's not?
They gave him bad. He should be their boy. They gave him
now after the touchdown, it's Pat McAfee to kick.
I'm saying, like, for money, people would do all kinds of stuff. Because let me tell you something. I know for money, and
Williams going to sit on this
one.
It'll be a
touchback. People will be lined up to do what he do.
And, okay, in his defense, right? This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Jack Pocket.
3 tight ends are out there.
Order lottery tickets right from your phone with Jack Pocket, America's #1 lottery app. Jack Pocket has so many lottery games. As is personalized dots. Get
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
But every day, I'm like, every day when we wake up, Stephen A. speaks about the down the Cowboys for a half hour.
So
we
can all get the Dallas Cowboys.
But regardless, you wasted too much time on these bums, man. These 3-win teams, man. But you don't talk about 3-win teams this long, man. You don't talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars last year. So what I'm saying is, I asked him, why is it that you spend so much time talking about the Cowboys? And he basically said, kill it. It's Ravens.
First down carry for Smith. And
it's Ravens. Before you said that, I'm just like, he's going to talk about what he told to talk about.
So, but at the end of the day, we're giving you $100 million.
2nd and 10
for these Ravens. If we got a proven system that when we talk about the Cowboys, the ratings is high. We got to have a segment in there.
The defender all over it
right,
that
but
time.
It's
going to lead to
look,
3rd down.
I get that, but if the ratings is high, because you talk about your own people and you do it,
the first down
I lose respect for you, Joe. I can't.
So you thinking that he should be more Stuart Scott?
That is
I think Stuart Scott was a guy that was fair, and I think by his personality being what it was,
forcing that incompletion,
the bosses really would have a problem getting him to be anything other than what he is. So you got to say what he is, but you got to stay
There's a little player to the 25 before it's all said and done. After 1-7-0
Who said that?
What I'm saying is, Steve always got, LeBron is the best, but.
Oh, yeah, I get what you said.
But. But.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
It's all about ratings, man. Like, you look at what's going on right now, right? With what was going on in the draft. Shador Sanders, right?
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the
about
red
this
zone.
kid that goes to Texas,
put together a job description for
how
a
big
middle
is the
linebacker.
story?
We would start with being able to hold
Nobody
down
knows
things
it.
in the middle of the line of
They just
scrimmage
know
and be
he
able to
play
take on
football.
blockers.
We know
How about
this
the
kid
guys who go
background.
sideline
We
to
know
sideline
his
and make
father.
plays?
We know
Love a guy
how
that
he
can do
grew
that.
up.
We saw a perfect example of it right
to
there.
wake up every
and
day,
seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks
when
this
the
one
draft
away
is
from
coming up,
harm.
who
Incomplete.
we got to talk about?
Now it's 3rd down.
We got to talk
One
about
thing you always
Shador
worry about when he
Sanders.
breaks the pocket is he going to
Every
take
day,
off with it?
you need
That time,
something
the pressure
to
was
talk
starting to
about,
close
right?
in. And he just
So
got
today
to
we're
throw
going
this
to
one
talk
away.
about his staff drop, his draft stock might be dropping because he's arrogant. Well, I heard his draft stock is dropping because they say he's arrogant. Okay, the next thing we need something else to talk about. Say
now the extra point.
He might be falling in the draft because the other kid, Jackson Dart, looked good. Okay, now after a month of the you looking like a villain, you ain't even did nothing within everything you were supposed to do to be successful in life. But this is the that brings the ratings in.
Man, I've never seen anybody drift on a mower before. Right into your wife's new planter.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
All the kids I know
you were supposed to do to be successful in life. But this is that brings the ratings in.
Well, how can Shador Sanders not be arrogant? He didn't grow up broke.
So both of these
All the
teams,
kids I
Charles,
know
coming
who grew
off
up with money
touchdowns
got an
now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline,
like,
watch their opponent offer a really
it's
impressive
a
drive
different
to
type of
reach the end
arrogance
zone.
when I say that. But when you grow up not hurting
there's some one-upsmanship
for nothing,
going on right now,
you don't grow up like everybody else. In fact, you are disabled most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he should have won the first round.
Absolutely. But what I'm saying is, with the consistency on the back of me,
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Talk about LeBron. You got to drive the ratings, man.
Intelligence,
and obviously,
toughness.
The ratings must be good because they just gave him $107 million.
I know he got some real power because they always show him from an angle in the front. You see him from the back on the top. It'll bring his ratings down. That hole back there. He needs to go and wear baseball caps.
He needs to speak all those.
This is what you want to see from the defense.
I didn't know it was that bad until one day I saw it. When he was somewhere when they showed the top. I said, hey, the back on too?
And forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
4th down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it.
You know just our girl, man. What's going on that year? What's this?
Listen, man,
He's got his target. That's the play.
We fixed all the problems right now. We're calling home.
Did y'all ask her that?
Decision to go for it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, I'm the man, and the woman gets the grace. But it's always been her having an issue with me, and I respond because I don't know her. So I'm going to ride her back.
The defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front.
You started off, she posted the picture before you just started off.
Those guys found a way to pick it up.
You went at it.
So if you see a woman
and he'll manage to pick up about
basically naked on there with her son who couldn't be no more than 4, 5, 6, you telling me that that ain't no subject that I'm going to talk about? I mean, come on. But I didn't know her, so it wasn't personal. She took it personal.
Second down and 6.
Lying. Oh, he don't know his kids or whatever with his kids, all that. And of course, I'm like, okay, this is what we doing. Because this is what we do. But trust me, she was the aggressor. I can laugh shit off. I don't know you to be mad at you, lady. Even to this day, I've never met you.
Why you take your receivers
I've never met her. I worked on a show with her one time, and I didn't look for her, but I was there when she was there, but I didn't want to say nothing because, you know, you'd be like, man, if it's smoke, I don't want to talk to no, especially a woman, because all a woman got to do is say he did this. So I don't know that girl.
And his guys have taken the lead.
I don't believe that she's approachable to talk to.
No, she good people. She good people.
Don't forget.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7
No, but even
game.
before on our journey, she always was good people.
That's not what I heard. And I know people who knew her from the rock bottom.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to remember, this is going to be cool with y'all. Remember that y'all celebrities,
and
y'all icons of the black community and above. So how people act with y'all, you got to remember. They don't be like this. But if you wasn't who
First
you were
down
right
Miami
now,
as they get set to start the drive.
Yeah, she'll be like,
Charles, we'll see what they
and
can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
This is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
You're self-confident.
Enough time to throw a few completions together so reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Whatever it is.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
You got to be able to swallow
hit, and he lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense.
Talk about people
but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Get oversensitive about something. It just don't make no sense to me. It's like,
everything you do on the internet is part of the game. We can talk about it. And if you get mad, that shows that you ain't ready for the game. You get on the internet, especially putting your son on the internet with no clothes on. But I'm going to talk about that.
But not even the internet. Outside of just the situation y'all in.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain.
The issue is,
return
in our community,
around the way. Anything you did, you got roasted for. Right. We roast each other. Like,
That's what we did.
like we
Come back out. Them sneaks on Madden. They got some kangaroos.
14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
Suit you ever saw him?
And we will not have a run back
bad.
here as
We
the
talked
second
about
half
it
starts
at the
with a
cemetery
touchback.
while we was putting the homie up. What the this nigga got on?
The Dolphins
This is what
at the
we
line
do.
ready for their next drive.
We don't switch
And they're
it
still
up
very
on
much in
nothing.
this game, although they do trail.
This is
What's
what we
the game
do.
plan, Charles, for
But
the
I don't
second
pray
half?
on the week. That's what I want. If I feel like if I say something about somebody and I can tell they don't like that, I'll back off because I ain't that type of dude. But I get that type of reputation, and in a way, I'll be like,
help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Third quarter of a tight football game.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is sponsored by Roe, and I'm a Roe partner. One thing about Roe Sparks, if you have an EV problem, one thing to do, it'll help you out. One thing about Roe Sparks, you get the direction you've been wanting. Roe connect guys with medical providers 100% online, so you don't have to have the awkward in-person conversations. Roe Sparks is going to change your life. It's going to change the energy in the bedroom. It's going to have us talking to you different, looking at you different. Roe Sparks is a great thing. And the thing about Roe Sparks, it dissolves right under your tongue. One thing about dissolving treatment, it hit the bloodstream like, I'm talking like, as soon as you put it under your tongue, that Roe Sparks, put it up under your tongue and it's like, it hits your bloodstream, game time. You ready? I'm talking about you ready to play. And you ready to play big. You're going to win the Super Bowl in life. Roe Sparks work in 15 minutes on average.
A gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It was Aries Spears and it was some light skin.
Now third down and 7.
So
I never seen it.
He used to be like my guy, like, you know, on the internet with me like this.
If you live in Orlando, did you know that you can have permanent tape in just
enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
I would guess that he's hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Yeah. And we got the little thing with the blood on it where when Zoe beat him up. I couldn't believe it.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
He came up there acting
can't convert on fourth down.
And then
this defense
I
will
walked to
take
his
over
car.
right near
Because I felt bad about what happened. But even though he did bring it on himself, he was talking crazy to that man.
The offense back out there
first
at
of
the
all,
line ready for their next drive.
Just beat your
and right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Walk to his car. Damn, Harry, you want me to drive you home, man? We have to sit this drive your car and all like that. Because, you know, I got it. I'm like, man, all right. Next thing you know, we get letters from lawyers. I'm like,
sometimes it's hard
you did everything to ask for that woman, and it's on air. You said to the man something like it was like he challenged him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to fight at my show because it brought lawyers in the mix. I had to spend money. You know what I'm saying? To put out the fires. I don't want nobody fighting. I'm old enough to know what a fight turns into nowadays when people hit each other. So I didn't want that to happen, but Aries talked up on that Twitter. And then went and got some lawyers that he gave some money to one time, and then they couldn't find him after that.
Things get a little more difficult here.
Aries, to be honest, man. And I wouldn't say that out of no spite. Just what he did right there, because he always used to call me to come on the show.
He's got a man complete, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 14.
I thought he would start
down to the 14.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone.
What he gonna do? That's what I'm thinking.
That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll.
And then that happened. Because I know Aries beats up people.
Now again, left side, it's Portis.
Aries
He's going to lose yards. They take him down
run
to
up on you,
26.
He might look
lucky number here, also 13 on the play, and it'll make this a second and long.
He took a bet to his wife.
And that is going to do
I'm going to tell you how we found this out. You know when you put a case on somebody, that you get to go into their life.
Team on
Aries, you really, I know you sick. Boy, that's why I ain't tripping on Aries. I ain't mad at Aries. It happened one. It was one incident. What am I holding? One incident the man forever. It's just
if he
How you
around,
gonna
I'm
hold
worried
an
about
incident
drama.
when he took a loss?
He got
The
hooked
first
up there,
down play,
man,
to
and
be
anybody
frank,
can take
nothing
it
short of
over, but
awful, and now they have to deal with second and very
one
long.
time.
Off of play action.
I just can't have him around me because I know what he's doing.
Completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
After that happened, we was going to radio stations. The radio station was like, yeah, he got into a fight with my guy. This one guy in California, a little guy, he hit him. Aries fight little. That's what he do. He fight little.
No.
I have never seen Aries square up with a man his size. He always go with the odds. Well, don't you know somebody know how to fight?
Listen, man.
I know about 5-4. You don't want it.
Listen, man.
Who is your top 5 favorite comedians of all time? No, man. It's like I always throw Richard Pryor and Red Fox, and this is sleep. Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, Rodney's mine. Bubbles don't know about Rodney Dangerfield. They need to go back and watch some old Rodney Dangerfield so you can see laughs. I'm talking about just joke after joke. And every movie was a sure win for the defense. They was all funny, wasn't it?
He's going to be down inside the 20.
Andrew Dice Clay, he was good. He wasn't super strong with his material, but he had good stage presence. He was unforgettable. But when I saw him one day out there, I'm in California, so I be seeing these guys. And I didn't know that was him. No, I seen him at the grocery store. And he was just you see him when he's not in costume. It's
there's
a
no
little
doubt about
bitty
that.
Jewish
You know they were praying on the other side of because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again.
But then when I saw him at the grocery store,
not great in your favor.
All right, so you got 3.
First and 10 here.
Oh, I got 3. Well, you know what I'm saying. It's like,
well, man, you got to put Eddie and Martin.
Who else?
Eddie Murphy and Martin, man.
I can't take nothing away from Eddie Murphy, man. Eddie Murphy's specials was funny, man. I can't take nothing away from Eddie Murphy. But the reason I say those 3, why I stand on it, because it ain't, I don't think it's no doubt those are going to be in a lot of people's top 5, black and white. I used to like Bob Hope when he was evil. Who y'all make me out to be, it's Don Rickles. Who y'all make me out to be, that's who Don Rickles really was. That was the meanest could ever do comedy. If you ain't just pull up Don Rickles doing comedy. He talk about everybody. Black, white, Mexican,
I don't put you in no certain category. I just think that you're an extremely talented brother that if you just add just a little bit of seasoning.
What seasoning? He learned that at the party.
Jackson to throw.
What seasons where you kind of like be nice?
And this
you
will be
mean like that?
No, when you kind of say like
on the football there, and it's second down.
In a little better way.
Okay, so what's disrespectful that I say? I love this part.
What you mean is disrespectful? Harry's beat up a little bit.
Now I expect them to call a couple
What
plays
is
in
the
huddle.
truth? It's a fact. Harry Spears fight men 5'4" and women. He fight this size.
I'm 5'9 and a half.
This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
It look light, but it's heavy, though. You see that? You see that? Your tattoos might scare Aries. Aries is a little, really, he's
leave that brother alone.
See, leave that brother alone, man.
Well, he was here, I said.
Listen. I'm asking you about certain people.
Let me tell you something. He was here, I said. And you know who I said something about that I probably wouldn't say if I was in his face? Will Smith.
What you say about Will Smith?
I said something about Will Smith. I said, like, because I was
cool with him, but after a while, he got
What he said? What happened to one of your homies that come over?
What happened?
What you mean?
Why you couldn't be cool with him when he came home?
Be wild.
Like, what's wild? You already know. Uber Eats is dropping heat every week.
I'm finna be locked up on no Debo type.
You had homies that was Debo?
Man, come on, man. It's some wild, man. I know was doing comedy.
This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code BASECAMP or STAT for $1,000 in bonus credits with your first deposit and I'm Treasure Wilson, at Baby, along with your hosts, Mace and Cam.
How you doing today, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
That's what's up.
What you got going on?
No, so with your son,
we're set for football. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
He's still your son, that's my nephew.
And they will rate him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
That's your son, that's my nephew now. Get your son under control, man. What we doing with him? Is he disowned or are you gonna have a talk with him?
I'm gonna have a talk with him.
Here we go. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I don't usually talk to niggas who suck dick once they suck dick.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you just throw in the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle.
I didn't hear all that,
Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yeah, I gotta walk away.
Like that's what the whole thing was about. I was just like, I know how you stand on business. I ain't know if it was
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 more on that one.
Trying to have an intervention, but you know I can't stand.
Offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So fast. You can have his own home page deleted.
Listen,
second down and a little more than a yard here.
You get to leave being a hoe with Dre said, but Dre ain't a man who sucked dick. That's what I'm saying. Listen, If you like it, I love it. I'm following your lead on this. So that's all.
It's uncharted territory.
Boy, you would not see a quarterback of his caliber miss.
He's a conversation we never had in his office. This is uncharted territory. Please forgive me for all my responses. I don't know what to say on this. I gotta pray.
Oh, man. All right.
Real quick, just for context, can I read what he said? Because the audience is probably like, well, what did he say? Because I want you guys' reaction. So, Ye, in a deleted tweet, he said, how Cam Sam doing anything bad for Chicago? Chicago loves me. I love Cam. It's niggas like you that had me shook to release the song, but I ain't scared of y'all type of niggas. And thank you for making Dipset. You're a god. And fuck you, by the way. And I got on my $2 million Dipset belt as I tweet.
Yeah, that's why I asked him. Like, because you know I usually handle stuff like this. This is about asking you. Was this still your son? Because it's my nephew. That's what I'm asking you. What are we doing with this? Do we leave it alone?
And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Nick Folk for the point after.
I'm going to leave it alone until Mace tells me what I have to do with it. That's all I can say, man. I'm going to leave it alone.
And this will be good to give the Panthers
so let's start with the Knicks. So they take a 3-1 lead after beating the Pistons 94-93 after a pretty controversial ending. So the game's crew chief admitted that a foul should have been called on Josh Hart. The report says during live play it was judged that Josh Hart made a legal defensive play. After post-game review, we observed that Hart makes body contact that is more than marginal to Hardaway Jr., and a foul should have been called. Mace, what was your opinion on the ending, and then how do you feel about that report at the end?
When it comes to the Knicks, I'm just happy. So many decades, things have swung in the wrong direction for the Knicks. So finally, something goes their way. We gotta let this happen. This is like the refs making up for decades, you know. All of us Knicks fans, you know. This is a great moment.
That's complete to Gates.
I didn't mean to say us.
You already said it. What's that? Bring out the jacket too. Yeah, that.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive
I
front.
was just talking to Sim City.
Keep their shoulders
Knicks definitely ain't my team. You know, I was just trying to show some love. But, you know, when stuff like this happened, I remember, you know, Ewing missing a layup and Charles Oakley getting fouled. John Starks getting fouled. So all these decades, you know, the Knicks have been on the opposite side of that same kind of call. So finally this decade, the basketball gods made sure, you know, we got a call.
Yeah, listen, man.
Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins with the football.
The referee commission
got it with a
and all
first
that,
and
y'all
10.
might as well not say shit, bro. Why even say this to stir people up? I know you have a job to do and admit right from wrong and so on and so forth, but you sit there and admit that a foul should have been called
and
a game
forward
where the Knicks
for
are
a
up
gain of about 2 yards.
and could potentially go
Second
3-1,
down now.
and you admit you don't call a foul.
Nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made.
Asari's not going to cut it,
defensive
especially if Detroit goes home next game. Asari's not going to cut it. Why even say anything? Now, like I said, the people have a right to know that y'all messed up. I get it. Well, I would just, I mean, I don't know the obligations, but they have to admit publicly what they don't have to admit. I'm pretty sure that it's part of the contract. So whatever, how the Players Association works, whatever it is, they had to do that because I'm pretty sure they did. Now that's that. But back to the actual game. Listen, these playoffs, the referees are letting niggas play. I like it. The referees are letting little hand checks go, no tick-tack fouls. Niggas is playing from beginning to end, and I like the fact that they're letting niggas play. Now, at the end of the game, Kane Cunningham, 2 turnovers, crucial turnovers with time winding down. Not only that, you're down before this foul even happened. Kane Cunningham got the matchup that morning. Got to the spot where he wanted to shoot half foul line jump shot, wrong way in and out. He missed. Your superstar had a chance to be a superstar and didn't finish as a superstar. He had a great game, but when it was superstar against superstar, You got to go with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson put on a show. He has 30 points each of these 4 playoff games so far. And at the beginning of the series, people talking about it's the best player on the floor, Cade Cunningham, the best player on the floor, Cade Cunningham. Even me, I'm thinking maybe possibly Cade Cunningham could be the best player in this series. Not so far. It's been Jalen Brunson. He's proven it game after game after game. He got hurt in the third, actually came back in the fourth quarter to bust the Pistons' ass in the fourth quarter. But you know who else showed up? Cat showed up. And when Cat shows up, most of the time, I run over 25 points, and Jalen Brunson gets in the 30s, it's going to equal a win for the Knicks. They put on a great performance. I thought this game was spectacular. I think this is one of the best series going on so far. Outside of that, Houston Rockets, Houston Rockets, Golden State's good, but the best series in the first round to me is definitely Denver and the Clippers. That series is fucking wild, but this is a great series. The Knicks pulled it out, and congratulations to the Knicks. Ain't really nothing more to say. I could talk about the ticky-tack foul, but the opportunity was there for Cade Cunningham. 2 turnovers in the final couple minutes, and you had your shot to actually go up to a point or two, and there would have been about 4 or 5 seconds left. The Knicks would have got the ball, and they would have had an opportunity to win the game as well. But when your superstar makes turnovers and misses a shot, I'm not going to blame it. That ticky-tack foul on the game. Congratulations.
Yeah, and if you got somebody that get 20, 32, and 11, you're definitely not supposed to win if you let a point guard get 32 and 11. That's just basketball IQ. And then you got Cat almost getting a triple-double. Not just 25 points, but 8 and 9 added to that. So they definitely wasn't supposed to win. I don't know why they're so confused about that.
The thing about it as well is this, though.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
This part of the reason when they be like, yo, Mason Kim, Mason Kim,
you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Before even half this team was even born, most like the outside niggas like my nigga PJ Tucker, who's a little older. This been going on before y'all was born. These niggas, not y'all, the big franchise, been letting niggas down. I don't understand what's wrong with niggas, man. The last time the Knicks won was 1973. We wasn't allowed. We haven't seen it. The Knicks and the Jets are the only franchises in New York we have yet to see win. We seen the Mets win, when it was the cocaine, the original Coke Boys, Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden. We seen the Yankees win. We seen the Giants win. I'm not going to count the Nets because the Nets was in Jersey. And they even got that championship. They don't want either, but they kind of knew it. We seen everybody win. We seen the Rangers win.
Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense.
So
now they got to turn it back to the offense.
We're just going off history. Secondly, I am happy that the Knicks are winning. They're looking good.
On fourth as this
but
one's
this is
away.
what I'm talking about. A case study. A case study.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Because
a slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
For however many years, the last time Detroit was favored to win a playoff game, the same was favored yesterday. It was 17 years ago. Y'all was supposed to win this series. This is what I'm talking about, because you know what, every time we explain the crap, we go crazy and talk about as New Yorkers.
Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They got to the second round last year. Then the year before last year, they got to the second round. This is not nothing getting to the second round in recent years. It's getting to now what I told my niggas, because you know, since is that even getting to the Eastern Conference Championship, I'm going to consider it an accomplishment. If the Knicks, they ain't get to the Eastern. They ain't been the Eastern Conference in a minute. That's why I said, getting to the Eastern Conference Championship is a productive, progressive season for the Knicks because it's more than what they've done in recent years. But that shouldn't even be celebrated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're sitting here saying, nah, nigga, it's accomplishment. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Go to the championship. Now, a real accomplishment is getting to the motherfucking championship. But that's an accomplishment. Not even winning. Think of the things that we thinking about as accomplishments. Oh, man, they'll kill them if they get to Eastern Conference Final. Championship is crazy. Now, if you win it, that's the real goal. But what do they say? We build it. We build. How long do it take to build? God damn. It's been 52 years. This is the reason why we go hard on the Knicks.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush.
Which is the truth. Upright. But damn, because they do say, can we get some love?
We'll talk about that when it's time to talk about it. But
here's
what do
the
you
punter
think
now,
if the
Pat
Knicks have to
McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Because y'all just dropped them so up and congratulated them. It was like, yeah, but you know who you have to face next.
Yo.
But damn, because they do say, can we get some love? Can we get some praise? Y'all get half of it.
Yeah, they do get praise, but if there was one team that could lose a 3-1 league, this is it. It's New York. There's somebody that's not secure with a 3-1 league. You just don't know what could happen. Somebody get arrested, something happens.
Can't call it.
Like, we wouldn't be surprised. We wouldn't be surprised.
This is what I'm trying to say. Is such a listen. This is what I'm saying. That niggas is so hyping, going crazy outside the guard when the Knicks play out in Madison Square Garden.
I seen you showing out yesterday, fam.
This is supposed to happen. This y'all are supposed y'all in the 3 seed. Y'all playing the 6 seed. Supposed to win.
Then that's if we jinxed it, but this
in the 49, we'll get back to a lot of scrimmage, and that's it.
Two runs in a row, well, we will see what happens moving along. So
you already know, you know how we do, Drip.
116 to 113. Minnesota is leading the series 3-1. Mace, is this what you expected, and then do you think the Timberwolves were being overlooked in the West?
I always said, you know, that Ant-Man will make the difference in this series. I knew they had Luka, and this was their best opportunity. But it just looked like Ant-Man have decided for LeBron, and Ant-Man has decided for Luka that y'all going home. I'm making this call. It's an OG call, and I'm making it. Y'all niggas is out of here. And I like when players, you know, pause, get to the point where they say, I'm going to decide this. I'm not leaving this up to nobody else. He comes out and get 42 points. You got Gobert balling. And for a moment, it looked like LeBron was going so crazy. But then it just turned into like young paws, young fresh legs. Like they came to do what they came to do. And they're not ready to let Luka win a championship, not just yet. That's what it just looks like, you know. Sometimes it get like that. Now, when you talk about a 3-1 league, I bet you the Lakers don't come back. But the Knicks could lose this league before the Lakers would come back. Is that type of party. I know Brian B. Allen is sitting there, you know. Bezo, he tight about Paul's what's going on. But, you know, Lakers got another year. Maybe not with LeBron. Maybe this is why they need to bring Bronny up. Bring Bronny up and let's go crazy. Bronny will bring them that good luck. Maybe they win.
Bezo, wasn't the Lakers his team with you in the first year?
I'm quiet.
This is crazy. Niggas started off his take and said, I always say Ant-Man would be the one in this series.
Like what?
I always said Ant-Man to be the one in this series.
I did say that.
Yo, bro.
And now it's maybe LeBron doesn't need to. Maybe Bronny needs to take over the team instead of LeBron.
It's a room full of people in there practicing you. Like, you act like you're doing this so we can't see you. Everybody sees you in here, man. The Lakers was your team when the playoffs started, man. I always told niggas
before them before the playoffs, they was my team. But Titletown always moves. It stays on the move. That's why they call it Titletown. That's why it's not in
That's why we be
Boston.
losing, dog. We just be bandwagons, man.
That's why it's not in New
You a
York.
Laker or not, dog.
Stays on the move. It moves with the champions. It moves with the winners. It's a mindset. It's not a place.
So to your point, it should be in Boston.
Not just yet. It's always on the move. That's what trying to give you the theology behind Titletown, you know? It's on the move. And if they show us something different, we move Titletown like anything else. You know?
Lakers was his team when the season, when this playoffs started. I don't know what Titletown to do with either one of these teams. Neither one of them won a title anytime recently. Lakers ain't won a title in like 4 or 5 years. I don't know if Minnesota as a franchise ever won a title now that I think about it. What is Titletown we talking about? Mason really must be Titletown. Nobody mentioned Titletown. We just said, who was your team before the playoffs started? Titletown wasn't even involved in this combo. All right, we get an Ant-Man's to one. Titletown came out
from back at the 4. Here's 2nd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he just checked that one out of bounds out of everyone's reach.
That's wild.
To take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down. A big play for something. Here's 3rd and goal.
Oh, man.
But, listen, man.
Here's Jackson.
I think Stat asked us, I said, who was, after I seen the first game, and I seen how dominant that Minnesota was, even though they shot 50% from 3-point range in that first game, and I played Nate's like, going to shoot that good in the series. I thought Minnesota looked hungry, athletic, and I was like, they going to kick the Lakers' ass. But then the Lakers came back, and they looked really, really good in game 2. And I'm like, yo, this might just really be a series.
As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And listen, that game last night was a great game. It was an exceptional game, man. Ant-Man, like May said, he said, I'm going to take control of this and put the game in my hands. Let's not act like Luka ain't have 38. Let's act like LeBron wasn't out there doing everything in his power. Now, look, he only shot 9 times, but he's 15 from 18 from the field goal. Key defensive plays, DiVincenzo was coming to the basket. Nigga swatted this shit like he was 26 years old.
Gonna go play action. Here's Stewart rolling to his right. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The rookie from Florida State on target with that throw. His guys have a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. So you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Everything in his power. Now, look, he only shot 9 times, but he's 15 from 18 from the field goal. Key defensive plays. DiVincenzo was coming to the basket. Nigga swatted this shit like he was 26 years old.
Not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, not the very last play.
A gain of 5.
The play that decided the game.
Down.
You got Ant-Man.
Not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one goes for 30 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
You got to make sure as a coach this season. And I know that you want to Series League. Lastly, I'll say this, J.J. Redick, you've done an exceptional job as a coach this season. And I know that you want to win bad, but you cannot run
now after the
LeBron James into the ground like this. He played 46 minutes, B. It's 48 minutes in the motherfucking game. You got to make sure
a slave run. 46 minutes out of 48,
has plenty of energy the last 7 minutes of the game. You got to make sure he has a lot of energy, 7-8 minutes left
we need
in the
a
game.
big man.
You play Luka and LeBron for 24 minutes straight. Luka's, now listen, let's think about
Miami
Luka's
as they get set to start
young,
the drive.
still young.
And with time quickly fading here in the
shape.
second quarter, not
We
sure
know
how
he's never in shape. This is
defensively
part of the
they
reason
will play
that
this.
Dallas, quote-unquote, which I don't think was a reason to get rid of him. They were complaining. He was gassed. He's the oldest 26-year-old I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. Especially on defense. He's great. He's slow as fuck on offense, but just nothing you can do about it. Liability on defense. Niggas see Luka guarding them, their eyes get wide, boys, and they get excited and they ready to go to the basket because they know that he can't guard them. So I see J.J. Redick trying to throw different defensive packages, so on and so forth, and disguise Luka in the defense. But he's a liability on defense. But you got to give them two niggas some rest. Yeah, Farmer, you got to give them niggas some rest, B. Because at the end of the day, LeBron looked a little tired. A little tired today.
Quarter 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida.
He's the oldest 26-year-old I ever seen in my motherfucking life, especially on defense. He's great, he's slow as fuck on offense, but just nothing you can do about it. Liability on defense. Niggas see Luka guarding them, their eyes get wide, boys, and they get excited, they ready to go to the basket because they know that he can't guard him. So I see J.J. Redick trying to throw up different defensive packages, so on and so forth, and disguise Luka in the defense. But he's a liability on defense. But you got to give them two niggas some rest. Yeah, Barney, you got to give them niggas some rest, B. Because at the end of the day, LeBron looked a little tired. He looked tired at the end of the day. And he's 40 years old out there doing everything, nigga. Blocking shots, swiping the ball away, scoring when they to be hitting 3-pointers. Yo, I can't give nigga enough credit. JJ Redick, get that man some rest on the last 7 to 8 minutes. You got a fresh LeBron James going into the end of the game.
So you kind of answered my next question because LeBron's facing a lot of blame for not scoring any points in the fourth quarter. How do you guys feel about that? Or to Cam's point, do you feel like there's just too much pressure on him?
I don't think it's too much pressure on him. Look, at the end of the day, we got to think about this. Like Bezo was talking before the show started today. They like LeBron got to be Kobe. He got to be Kobe if they want to win. And I'm like, yeah, but Kobe wasn't 40 being Kobe. Kobe fucking started breaking down and was like, I quit. Like, because Kobe always been one of them people before he started getting the injuries and getting old. He said, I'm not going to be a person who averages 15, 16 points in the league. When I can't do it anymore, I'm leaving. And his body started breaking down, started getting some injuries, so on and so forth. But we wasn't even expecting Kobe to be the Kobe he was at 35 years old. We got a 40-year-old nigga that niggas want to be Kobe in his prime. I get it. Go Kobe if you got to, but niggas, he's 40. I already think he's doing everything a nigga that 40 years old could possibly do. Nigga said, do more. It's not enough. I understand you motherfucking had 28 points and you was tired at the end of the game. You still didn't score, nigga. What have you done for me lately? Give me more, bro. Give me more. That's what niggas want as Laker fans, but I get it. But at the end of the day, you traded for Luka, and this is the reason he's supposed to carry you, but he's not getting any rest. Where the fuck are you, Austin Reeves? That's what they need. They need you to step up. They need somebody else to step up. And they had some key players that did decent yesterday. Like I said, this was not a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. It's a great game. But you have to have other players that stop saying Braun. Even though, you know, he gets the glory, he's going to get the blame too. But let's be realistic. It's 40.
And then Mace, what's your take on that?
Yeah, if Luka has 38 killer, how is he not helping Braun?
I mean, defensively, he's a liability.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because Reeves had 17. But that's not enough. He's 6'4". 6'14" from the field. That's not gonna.
He was also scoreless in the first half.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm about to read, and that's definitely not gonna do it when you're normally getting 20. And these are the 7 points, the 6 points that you need. You need a person not to play one half of the game, and all of that goes into the schemes that he got to hit shots because it wasn't like he didn't get shots in the first half. He just wasn't making them, and when they're going against this type of Minnesota team, they're not going to lay down. Right now, they smell blood in the water. Because they think they got this, so they're going to act like it. They're going to get more aggressive. And when it comes to this Laker team, I think this was a game they definitely could have won. Like, this is not a game they should have lost. Like we was talking about earlier, Killer stated, it should be 2-2. It definitely should be 2-2. But when you got people making defensive plays at the end of the game, that tells you who wants the game more than the other one. I think in former years, people just used to be scared of Braun and they just lay down. Right now, they're not doing that. And that's just what we're seeing. So I look forward to the Lakers being out. Next game, they're out of here. I don't think they get the next game. I think it's a gentleman's sweep, The way you get to hug LeBron, you whisper in his ear. You know what I'm saying? You had your turn, big dog.
Yeah, Ant-Man is being wild disrespectful. You see them pushing Braun and all that wild shit. Niggas like pushing him half court. Niggas is like, yo, this nigga's wild, man. But I like that. I like playoff competition. I like his attitude, man. He's very disrespectful to the older niggas. You know, he talked shit to KD last year. Now it seemed like he aiming at Braun. But I'm not comparing him to anybody, but we seen niggas piss Braun off before.
Yeah.
And LeBron go crazy. LeBron, I believe he's 1-5 or 1-6 when he's down. 3 games to 1, that could be when he's down.
Zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Escaping the danger. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Cowboys have it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, And the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for his defense. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession, using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, it's the Dolphins with the early lead.
I never met a nigga say like being wrong. Nobody likes it. Yeah, you right, I was wrong. And be cool with it. Especially Harlem, nigga. Nigga, Harlem, they gonna fight to the end, man.
That's why Town is on the move, you know? Gotta have a way out.
So, the Rockets lose to the Warriors 104-93, even without Jimmy Butler. So, Draymond actually picked on Jalen Green at the end of the game, basically monitoring for him to go paint his nails. Jalen Green spoke on the exchange after, and he said he was just talking. He can't really do much of anything else, so talking is his only way. So, Maze, what do you feel about those comments Jalen Green made on Draymond Green, and how do you feel about the game?
That's sad. That's sad. You can't have, like, you know, young niggas being that disrespectful. Now Draymond telling you to paint your nails. Maybe you need to be yoked up. Pause. Maybe you need what you gave Gobert, you know. Next time, put Jordan Poole in there, you know. I'm not saying you should, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They come away with 6, so that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Johnson now to return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Downfield on the crossing line. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll turn and hand this one off. To the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 6. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find the opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time.
That'll be intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll stick with him again. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Third and 9. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now a signal, a timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this 1st half. Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we send you up to Orlando, we're checking with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. CD on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Cavante Turpin. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll get it again. And he's going to have that 1st down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Now here's Bucky, the fullback. And some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Come on. Now this time they'll look to run. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dallas.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson down to return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. There's Jefferson, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. And 8. From the gun, Jackson. This is down that right sideline. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down. Get the carry here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a game.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Here's 2nd
with 1 stone.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken by the in business inside the 30-yard line.
With 1 stone, I think they kill like 5 birds with 1 stone. The first thing I think this is about, I mean, which most people know, this is about Deion, but even more intricate than that, I think is more about trying. I'm gonna give you something that people normally wouldn't say. Is sometimes people do stuff like this to turn the son against the father. Make him feel like, well, Deion got this money, and now look at you, so what worked for him doesn't work for you, and kind of have you think in a certain way. I pray that doesn't happen, but that's a lot of times what people do. They try to divide and conquer. So those the first 2 things I saw. Then you have rumors out there, what people are saying. I don't buy any of that the kid's a diva. They try to say all of these things about it. But I think overall, if somebody could go in the top 5 picks and they end up in the 5th round, clearly something happened. Even I want to throw another thing on the table. We've been talking all the last 2 years about how good Shador is and how him and Tom Brady was like this. So now when it comes down to Vegas and Vegas doesn't pick him, then you gotta wonder what's really going on here. Is this because if this is a protege and this is somebody you've been training or been helping out, well, I don't know exactly what that relationship is like. But when you think somebody have tentacles connected to this person and been working with this person that much, if he comes available and you're now a new owner, wouldn't you kind of put those two together? Because now this is a person you've been working on. So there's a lot of red flags and questionable behavior. And I just thought that it was just a slight at Shador, and I definitely didn't like it. I didn't even like the trolling. I didn't like that. I don't believe like certain people can troll certain people, especially it shouldn't be no white people trolling black people. Just period. Just that don't work.
Yeah, I'll say this, like I said, it's one thing, you're a month and a half ago, this is the projected top 3 pick, top 5 pick. Then the weeks get closer and closer and closer. It was from a 3 to a 9 to a 21 for Pittsburgh. Then he'll go late in the first. Then the second round coming. The second round don't come. Then the third round coming. The fourth. Now it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because now it doesn't seem. This is what I'm talking about. Same thing happened with T.O. To me personally, the NFL is not basing shit off talent. If you're basing on talent, you're not gonna say it was 142, 143 niggas better than the nigga. Period. This was personal. I think that Dion said some things like he didn't want his son to go to a few different teams, and them niggas all talk like, who is Dion to say X, Y, Z, etc. But when Archie Manning did it, when Eli Manning did it, it was all good. When Archie Manning said who's Eli and Peyton's father, not Archie Manning that plays in Texas. Archie Manning, who plays in Texas, grandfather name is Archie, just to be clear to the audience. Archie Manning Sr., which I would say is Eli and Peyton's father, and when Eli came to the NFL, he said Eli will not play for no West Coast teams. And he did. He ended up going to the Giants, but he basically said that. And Dion kind of said something similar, not to that effect, but they're like, oh, you're not the Manning family, you're the Sanders. And we're going to teach you guys a lesson, because listen, after Shador ended up going to Cleveland, it seemed like, okay, cool, is I, I bet. Because a bunch of other Colorado players started getting picked, not just picked, after the draft was over, signing deals, like shout out to Shiloh as well, ended up signing with Tampa Bay. And then you had other teams with North Carolina. It's like 6 players from Colorado that ended up either getting drafted in the 6th round or doing deals after the draft was over. That's what it seemed like. All right, cool, we can get niggas now? All right, bet. Because if that's the case, why you ain't pick Shiloh earlier if you needed the defensive back? Like, to me, the whole shit was rigged and it looked rigged. Let me say this lastly, because I don't know what else Stats going to bring up with it, because, we had prank phone calls going on, all type of shit. But you know how ridiculous it gets? You know how ridiculous this situation is? When the president of the United States says, what the fuck are you doing, NFL? Now y'all bugging. You don't get Shador Sanders by now? This is crazy. This is the president of the United States, Donald Trump, advocating for Dion and Shador, which I thought was spectacular. But then when Trump said the next day he get picked, what are we doing? What are we doing here? This shit is, what are we doing? Shit is wild. Shit is wild, and it was unnecessary and uncalled for. I don't know if we even gonna talk about it, but if we are, I'll set it off right now just to say that the nephew or son or whoever that was for the Atlanta Hawks, who was it?
Defensive coordinator.
The defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Hawks' son, prank phone call Shador, act like
Falcons. Is it Hawks?
I'm sorry, thank you, Stan. For the Falcons, the defensive coordinator for the Falcons, pardon me, everybody, prank calls Shador and says they act like he's a GM, and then takes away from his moment, knowing the nigga's probably going crazy. He was as smooth as you could be, conducted himself well, but I know if that's me, I would do the same thing, but inside I'm like, fuck is going on? Then you get the call, and you think it's one of the fucking GMs, and you playing games. What is going to happen with this situation? I don't know. What I'm saying is, Do you press charge? I don't know. I don't know if it's a crime. Do you fire the nigga for being a defensive order? What's that? Where's the fucking penalty for doing that to somebody? Playing with somebody like that. It was a fucked up weekend, man. It was fucked up. But listen, he's with a team. He got a chance to go show and prove. And we'll see what happens in Cleveland. He might not even stay in Cleveland. Cleveland has 5 quarterbacks. What Cleveland does have is some good leverage for a team that needs a quarterback. And I'm not saying they would get rid of Shador, but they have some pieces that when it gets closer to the season and the team don't have a definitive quarterback, they got 5 quarterbacks that they can make some deals for.
How much money do you think Shador lost with slipping the 5th round?
A lot. A whole lot.
About 30, or would you say 30 or 40?
About 40.
Wow. And this is crazy because is it true? I know there's been rumors and reports about the other son when he got a different agent.
They was just playing.
Oh, they was just playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, they made a joke that because they was asking, they did a live stream on Twitch, and they was asking who was their agent. And Shiloh was like, it was our dad, but it doesn't look like it's working out right now with him. So, but it was a joke. He wasn't serious.
Yeah, that's how you know it was. I think that's what made it so personal. You know, when people will hire you based upon who's your agent, and we know that that's relationships. You know, and when a person is mad with someone that's handling the business, it make people feel like, I'm not going to give him the opportunity because he came in with him. And this is a real learning lesson for a lot of people.
I think that the whole family, to be honest with you, of course, the way this went down this weekend, this last thing they was expecting, handled it well. They joked around. I don't know if you see when Travis Hunter's little brother was on the live stream with Shiloh. He was like in the last pick in the draft, and he said Shiloh's name. Like they made a joke out of it, but still was very classy about it. Handled things the right way, but they wasn't pouting, they wasn't frowning, they wasn't complaining, and it was a family situation. It wasn't just a Shador situation. So I
like the way Shador even spoke about it. He's like, you know, before something great happened, things go awry. You know, that's what's supposed to happen. Anybody that's ever achieved anything great, they went through something tumultuous right before that. I mean, you've had great success, Gilla. You know what it was like before.
Absolutely.
You went on a level that you got to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go through the same thing, so how do y'all niggas, you know, greatness comes this way. Or so if somebody thinking, well, they just put them in the fire, you know what that do to gold? It just purified and improve what kind of gold it is, you know? So I'm excited to see what the future holds because he was very poised under this kind of bad news, you know? And that's a great sign. When somebody say you're a diva, divas don't do well when things go wrong. That's how you know that's a lot. If you ever get funny with a chick that's a diva, she's gonna get funny back with you. So that's how we know Shador is not a diva.
For sure. These are all good points, and it's a good testament to his character. I think the thing that frustrates people the most is how unbothered he was. It's like people were trying to get a reaction as they see him falling. And Mace, I want your opinion on the prank call too. They're like, let's prank call him because this will be funny. First of all, that was the lamest thing I've ever seen. That's dumb. And I hope that they do face some repercussions for the son who did it because it's like, yeah, you can't press charges, but it's like, that should not be okay. And they actually did it to a couple of other players that people were finding out. And it was all recorded. They're all in the back giggling like that's some funny shit, some lame shit. Nobody wants to see that. First.
I don't want to cut you up, but just to add on to what you said, these phones, from what I'm understanding, are sent personally just for the draft. So therefore, it ain't like it's a phone and everybody has the number. As a defensive coordinator, I don't even know how you got the number, but you should not let your kids have access to these numbers. How are your kids getting access to personal NFL information like this or draft information like this? The NFL Player Association should definitely look into this because to me this is a data breach. Personally, they should definitely look into it. Sorry, Stat.
No, yeah, it's just, yeah, all that to me is frustrating. Hopefully they figure something out with that. And then even just after the fact, like, Shador has been celebrating. Of course, the media attention's already all eyes on him. They're like, see, really? Like, now he's going out to the club. Like, bro, who's not going to the club in the offseason? Like, they don't have, like, this is like the 1 week break that they have before they go to the team, start training, all that other stuff. Like, it's okay to celebrate a win. Like, this is something that these players have been waiting for their entire life. And then just in general, the family keeping high spirits. Because even Shiloh, when Shador was dropping down, he was kind of like, well, dang, if they have Shador here, where are they going to put me? Like, making a joke, but, like, that's a good brother, too. Like, I'm just happy that they all had each other to kind of keep each other's spirits high, because I don't understand why anybody would celebrate, you know, seeing somebody fall. Like, that's weird. The whole thing was weird. Made me look at people real funny. It's like people thought that this was cute to, like, knock down somebody who literally, this is the moment they've been waiting for their entire life. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, and I see a lot of commentators, because you know Mel Kiper had him high on the board in the draft, but I see so many reporters say, yo, look, this will humble him now. He'll talk better now. He'll do this now. I bet you this humble. Y'all wasn't there for these meetings that supposedly that he didn't talk well in the meeting or he wasn't cool in the meeting. Y'all wasn't even there, so how are y'all putting this on him saying, yeah, his conduct, this, that, and the third? This was one, I'm not going to say one. All these people that said Shador didn't know how to carry himself or have poor conduct and so on and so forth, they're anonymous. If they could stand on what they say, they wouldn't be anonymous. If I had a bad report on somebody and I'm a reporter or a beat writer or an NFL analyst, and I felt that way, I would just say that's how I felt. That's what I experienced. But when you start hiding and all that, I'm not jacking it. A lot of these analysts that was over the weekend was like, well, this is what happens when you don't do this. So this is what happens when you don't do that. Y'all wasn't even there. Y'all going off an anonymous source.
Yeah, they said it was a guy from the Giants. One of the personnel up at the Giants said when they were working him out, they asked him to make a change, and it didn't go over well. So that's kind of where they got that whole narrative. One of the places they could have got that narrative from. But I think when it comes to, I want to focus more on the trolling, because this kind of situation is like, it shouldn't happen for a lot of reasons. Because if this was someone else, then we would put all of the focus on a dad who works for the organization, because that's going to link back to your dad. And when that doesn't happen, this is just sending the wrong signal that you could do certain things. I think people that have been in great proximity with people and have had problems with people shouldn't be trolling each other, because it doesn't come across as trolling. It come across as a lot of other things.
And then last thing I'll say, whole time, the son should know better. He literally plays football in college too. So I don't get any of it. Y'all need to do better. This is not funny. But congratulations to everybody who did get chosen, because I know that this is one of the biggest moments of you guys' lives. So I hope you guys are continuing to celebrate and getting ready for this season. With that being said, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank y'all for watching, and as always, it is what it is.
They deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
You had a feeling they might do this if they scored. The head coach says, let's end it here. They'll go for 2 and the win. The shotgun, here's Jackson. This one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. That'll do it for us. For my partner, Greg Olson, our entire team, Mike Tirico.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Well, now how about this return? And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And 22 more yards there and another first down. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A carry for the Cowboy legend. How strange is this? It's Emmitt Smith. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds it. And a loose football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Now Brissett. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Kittle, 34 yards. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now it's Jackson. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Jackson. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Julio Jones, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
About a chip shot.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third and 2. Throwing. Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way.
It got his man complete. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 77 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked up. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Julio Jones all alone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brissett now. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Brissett looking deep for Julio. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Smith up the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference, 17-14.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. It's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a 5th rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can...
He gets free. Inside the 30. And he takes this all the way back for 6. The opening kickoff of the afternoon turns into a touchdown. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. But you don't get out to much of a faster start in returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said. And, man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for touchback. First and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. 18 yards. start the drive. It's a first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an arc to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Handoff here, up the middle. Face to run, inside the 20. And they are pressure. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So he'll take over at the 30-yard line. Brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The pressure checks there, and down he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Shot backed up after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his receiver, it's Jones. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. Here's 1st and 10. Jones motioning here. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hurts again. He'll run it.
He tried about all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time, but contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Dillon. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Philadelphia. A shotgun snap down Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside. They can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Play action now. Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now give on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
You can do it! You can do it!
Don't worry. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Come on, Doc! Shine, offense!
The shotgun, here's Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it's the same. You always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
This is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Eagles. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first and 10, Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is such a critical moment in the game that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Second down, Jackson. Gets this into the hands of Green. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Again, it's Jackson.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
This one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Jackson. He's going to air this one.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. He's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Hurts to the air on first down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's got his man, Jefferson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Jackson now on second down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. This offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A first down throw for Jackson. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Jackson up top again. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. It's a gain of 26, and will set up first and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got one at a time. They get to him and bring him down. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll bring this back to the 10, but that's it. The drive stalls out. It's fourth and goal. So now Mike McDaniel will send out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Right back to Dillon. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Force it back, boys. Force it back. It's true, fellas. It's true.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. It's a run out of the gun. Here's Dillon. And they manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Hurts to throw. Going over the middle, this one is complete.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage
and deliver that ball on